Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah wa alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Welcome guys. Today we're going to be discussing the logical problem of the Trinity. And this is very important, at least for you to understand the basis of the Trinity. If you understand this, you understand what the Christians are saying. And most Christians actually, they don't know which position they are. After this video, you'll be able to understand what you're actually saying. Okay, a lot of people are confused. They think it's a mystery and all of that, but I'll show you, and in the next video I'll show you how the church fathers, some of them have explained this, and you see like they actually know what they're talking about, even though at the end they will appeal to mystery, but they will actually start off explaining something before they went to go and appeal to mystery. They start off, then when they hit a contradiction, they appeal to mystery. But after this video, I hope you learn something. So the logical problem of the Trinity, what is it all about? Now, the Trinity is about these 7 claims. Okay, and you find this in the Athanasian Creed anyway. So these 7 claims is what they want to maintain: that the Father is God, the Son is God, the Holy Spirit is God. Okay, then the Father is not the Son, the Father is not the Holy Spirit, and the Son is not the Holy Spirit. Okay, and then the last one, there's exactly only one God. Okay, these are the 7 claims they want to maintain in the doctrine of the Trinity, and I'm going to show you why. It depends on how you understand it. Okay, so now another way to show this is that we can just write it like this: the Father is equals to, so the Father is equals to God, the Son is equals to God, the Holy Spirit is equals to God. The Father is not equals to the Son, the Father is not equals to the Holy Spirit, and the Son is not equal to the Holy Spirit. And the last one, there's exactly one God. Okay, so you see now. Now, the problem here is that it depends on how you interpret this word. When you say the Father is God, it depends on what you mean, and you get it now. So the is you use here, it has to have a meaning. So what is the meaning of this is, or this equal sign that we're using here? So there are 2 ways this term can be interpreted. Okay, the first way is that is an is of identity, and the second way is that is an is of predication, and you understand it soon now. So the is of identity is classical identity. Some people call it classical identity. It's the normal identity everybody knows. Okay, so what are the claims of classical identity? Is that the first one is that it is reflexive. What are the properties of classical identity? Classical identity is reflexive, meaning A is A. Okay, so X equals to X. Okay, that's it. X is identical to itself. Okay, then the second thing is that it is symmetric, meaning if X equals to Y, then Y equals to X. Okay, if X equals to Y, then Y equals to X. Okay, and the last one is that it is transitive, meaning if X equals to Z and Y equals to Z, then X equals to Y. Okay, so if X equals to Z and Y equals to Z, then X equals to Y. Okay, that is law. That is a law of identity. Okay, so now, if that is what you mean by these terms, if the is you're talking about is an is of identity like this, then these claims will be problematic. So if you say the Father is God, and you say the Son is God, and you say the Holy Spirit is God, then you cannot say the Father is not the Son. Okay, if it's strict identity, because we're talking about identity here. If you say the Father is God, and the Son is God, and the Holy Spirit is God, then the Father must be the Son. Okay, and 4, 5, 6 will be false. So maybe you should look at it here. If Father equals to G, and the Son equals to G, and the H equals to G, then F must you cannot say F is not equal to S. Because of what? Because of law of identity that I just showed you here. The transitivity. Okay, so what's it called? Yeah, if they are equals to the same thing, okay, in an identical sense, in using the law, the classical identity, then they have to be equal to each other. So F must be equals to S, and H equals to S. So you have modalism basically. So the Father is the Son, and the Son is the Holy Spirit, and then you can say there's one God. Okay, if this law of identity, unless you deny these 3 claims of differentiating the persons, which I know is important in the doctrine of the Trinity. You have to say the persons are not the same, but with the law of identity, you have to deny it. And guess what? That's what the modalists they've done, and they deny that there's difference between the persons, and they have monotheism. The modalists they are monotheists. Okay, now that's the one. Then if it's the second sense of the is of predication, the is of predication is like this: if X equals to Y and Y equals to Z, but we can still say X is not equals to Z, is not equals to Y. So it's not transitive in this case. The predication is not transitive in this case. So If it is of predication, meaning F equals to G, S, and the Father equals to God, and the Son equals to God, and the Holy Spirit equals to God, if it is of predication, then you can say that they are not the same. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So once you understand the two differences, the is of identity and the is of predication, you choose the one you want to use. If you use identity, then these 7 claims, you cannot hold them. It doesn't make sense. It's not coherent. That's the logical problem. It's illogical to say that it's identity claim and all these things will be true. The only way is to deny that the persons are identical, and if you do that, you're a modalist. Okay. So now that is the first one. But you'll be a monotheist, but you just now if you say it's is of predication, the problem with that is that with the is of predication, what is predication? Predicate. Okay, predication, predicates. Okay. So when you say the Father is God, let me give you another analogy where it can be. So whatever God is, the Father, okay, the Father has that property, okay, of being God. So the Son has that property of being God, and the Holy Spirit has that property of being God. Okay, it's not strict identity. It means you have a particular property. That is the predicate. Okay, so it's not an identity claim, it's a predicate claim, meaning that while the Father has that property, he has other things, which is his own identity, okay, which differentiates him from other things. Now, you might think like this is complicated, but it's not. Let me give you a good example. Okay, just like you, let's say A, B, C, A, B, and C. There are 3 men. Okay, so A is human. Okay, B is human, and C is human. Okay, so look at this one now. A is human, B is human, C is human. Okay, I can say that A is not equals to B. Okay, and A is not equals to C, and C is not equals to B. Okay, I can say that. All this I can say. Do you see what's going on here? But the problem with the is of predication is this: you will not be able to affirm that there's only one God. Do you see? In the first case, the modalists, they will deny that the Father, they will say the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, they are equal. They are the same. They are the same person. There's only one person. And therefore, they can say there's only one God, because they choose the is of identity. If you now think that the is of identity, you cannot use it, and you choose the is of predication, you have to deny the last one. You have to deny that there's only one God. Okay? Because now, you have that they are not equal. You can affirm it for the first 6 claims, but the last one has to be false. Okay, so just like the human case I just gave you now, if A equals to human and B equals to human and C equals to human, it means A is human, but A is also A. Okay, so he has like in a way, his own individual essence, and also has the universal essence of humanity. Okay, so everyone, it makes sense. Like you can understand if I told you, me, I'm human, you are also human. Maybe your friend is human or 2. 3 of us, we are human, but we are not the same. We are not one. Okay, we are not one human. We are 3 humans, right? So this is the problem with the is of predication. So any which way you choose, if you choose the is of identity, you have to deny that the persons are not the same. You have to say the persons are the same, and they are just one person. There's just one person there, and you have modalism, which is heretical. Or you choose the is of predication, and you have polytheism. Those are the only 2 logical options that you can choose. Okay, so this is the logical problem of the Trinity. In the next video, okay, I'll show you why the what's it called, the church fathers, which one did they take? Do you want to see what the church fathers they took? I'll show you a good example of Gregory of Nyssa. So stay tuned for the next video. Gregory of Nyssa, let me just lay out what's going to happen. Gregory of Nyssa is a very important figure in church history. Okay, he's a church father. He's the brother of Gregory of Nazianzus. Okay, Gregory of Nazianzus, he was the president in the Council of Nicaea, in the Council of Constantinople, 381. He was the person, the real Nicene Creed that most people know. He was the president there. So this guy, he knows what he's talking about, and I'll show you his position on this problem that we just presented. Exactly this problem someone presented to him. The case of 3 humans. He said, this man is also Christian. He said, why? He was a bishop. He said, why is it that we have 3 men and We know they have the same humanity, okay? And why is it that we call them three men, not one man? Come and see what Gregory said, okay, in the next video. So I hope you learned from this video. Put your comments if you don't understand anything in this video. So wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.